The main thing that seems to be almost a virtual certainty after the election is that Bitcoin is going to go up, and it's mainly because of the support of the incoming president and his administration and the people he's hiring and the people he's firing who were opposed to crypto, like Gary Gensler. So we have a very favorable environment coming in for crypto. The main exponent of crypto is Bitcoin, and it's been going up with some pullback, and then it's going back up again, which is actually kind of good. It's a consolidation, and it's going to take another run at it, I believe, another run at 100,000. Saylor's glitch in the matrix has MicroStrategy stuck in a while loop. What is a while loop? In computer programming, there's a concept known as the while loop, which is a piece of code in an algorithm that repeats a task over and over again until a condition is met. It seems MicroStrategy, symbol MSTR, is a stock that is stuck in that code. Many fundamental observers are trying to short the stock as it is trading at a multiple times ahead of its core net asset or book value, yet there is no reprieve. Why is that? MSTR is a 3 times plus leverage play on Bitcoin, where CEO Michael Saylor has found a glitch in the matrix that allows him to borrow money for essentially nothing and pay out absolutely nothing to its lenders, giving him the dough to buy more Bitcoin. What a deal, what a deal. He is issuing debt via convertible bonds at 0% coupon for 55% premium. But even at those prices, there's more demand than can be met. Seems like an endless arbitrage game, so why should he or anyone stop? We all know the story of Bitcoin, as it is becoming a mature asset class and being adopted by institutions like BlackRock and other funds in a world of limited supply of just 21 million tokens. Price has no ceiling in the window of time that people need to and want to own it. Bitcoin is the favored pick of the fiat currency debasement cult of traders, but make no mistake, it is a risk on liquidity trade on steroids. We all saw what happened to Bitcoin in August of this year when the dollar/yen trade unwound. At a time of real economic stress or geopolitical conflict, gold, while not as shiny as Bitcoin, is the store of value in that respect. The other fundamental story is Bitcoin's halving cycle that occurs every 4 years and how it tends to rally into a post-election period. Coupled with President-elect Trump being Bitcoin-friendly in his policies, even suggesting a strategic Bitcoin reserve, one can understand why estimates currently range from $250,000 all the way to even $1 million. MicroStrategy holds Bitcoin essentially, and as the price of Bitcoin goes up, so too does its valuation. But the multiple is not just a fraction of the price of Bitcoin, it is way more. The company borrows cheap money to buy more Bitcoin that takes the value of its shares higher, which allows it to borrow more to buy more. It is a never-ending, vicious upcycle. Given the dividend and coupon yield to its shareholders and some institutions that are not able to trade actual Bitcoin futures given their mandates, like the Swiss National Bank, for example, they can trade in this name to get exposure to an asset that is skyrocketing. When there is endless demand and limited supply, therein lies your answer. Those running fundamental premium to NAV models still quoting how MSTR trades at 3 times plus are getting burnt shorting it as the liquidity is just not there in the name to go against the tide. What goes up must come down, but timing is important. As the price of Bitcoin rises, the MSTR share price will move much more than its intrinsic value. To make matters worse for the shorts, if it moves high enough, it could potentially even be included in the broader S&P 500 and NASDAQ indexes. Then comes the cavalry of the passive funds to push this further into the stratosphere. Job done. Boy, if that ever got admitted to the S&P 500, it'd be a rocket ship for sure. Microstrategy is certainly stuck in a wild loop, and only the price of Bitcoin falling or regulation can end this. We all know the latter will not happen, as the big boys are all long and hodling it, and Trump will let it go to the moon. I trade Bitcoin through the Fidelity Bitcoin Fund, which is FBTC, and it's made almost 40%, 39.36% to be exact, in the last month, going up from the 60s to hitting $85 in the aftermarket on Friday. So it's been a hot time for Bitcoin. I think it'll continue until Inauguration Day. There's nothing threatening the stock market except for Inauguration Day, and that's not meant in a negative way. It's just that nobody truly knows what's fully going to happen, and that will be the time when many questions are answered, and the stock market will take stock one way or the other. No one knows which way for sure. I keep a 4% stop loss on this. And just even recently, where it took the little dip you see in the chart, I benefited from that using my 4% stop loss. So that seems to be a good strategy for an active trader like me. Microstrategy, symbol MSTR, has made 51.75%, almost 52% in the last month. So if you can stand the ups and downs of the stock, it's good to hold. If you're a hodler and you're a true believer in Bitcoin, that's not me. I'm just a trader. I'm just trading this for all it's worth. I'm going to take the money and run. I'm not going to endure a crypto winter while they're freezing in their crypto winter. I will be investing in something else and making money on it. But MSTR is not favorable to a trader, in my view. Since the 20th of November, it's been going down. And yes, Bitcoin has had an up and a down, but it's a solid trend down, and it's a solid trend back up. It's something a trader can follow. MSTR, you just got to be a true believer and put a certain amount of money in there and say goodbye to it and let it run, because you are just taking a more than triple leveraged gamble on it from what they tell me. So Bitcoin for now, and I've got a portfolio of investments that are timed to do well until Inauguration Day at least. They may well continue beyond that. We just have to see what happens. I'm a trader. I react to the news. I react to timing, and I try to time things correctly so that we can get the maximum benefit out of these stocks. It's just so unpredictable after Inauguration Day, because Trump is a disruptor. He's a disruptive force that can be good, it can be negative. It can be either or. It just depends on how he uses it. Thanks for listening.